Hi everyone, my name is Martin Vares and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Fractory, an on-demand manufacturing platform connecting engineers to manufacturing capacities in Europe and North America. But I'm not here today to talk about Fractory and what it does, or how deep our tech really is. Today we're here to face the truth of what it is to be a founder. It's often romanticized by the media and those who fantasize about becoming a founder. But founders themselves, they don't always recommend the life they lead. Like addicts, they cannot stop, but they know it's not always healthy, and it's definitely not for everyone. But when the times are rough, they know it's their own fault they became a founder. It was the summer of 2019. We had just turned 2 years old. We had raised our Series seed round of 1 million euros. And we had just opened the new UK office, where things were not going as well as we had hoped. We had made a mistake of leaving the new team alone. We were discussing it during our shareholders meeting, and it became evident that I had to move to the UK. The notion of semi-permanently leaving my life, friends, my girlfriend, with whom we're going to have a baby in less than a month. The notion of leaving all that behind, it really turned my stomach. And it was then when those golden words were said by Ivar Siimar from Drind Ventures, and those of you who know him know or understand why it makes sense that it was him who said, "It's your own fault you became a founder," or in Estonian, "Ise hakkasid ettevõtjaks." When you're a founder, the pitch never stops. You're the face of the company, the vision, the driver of success. Everything you say and do is connected to the company. For the pitch to work, you have to really believe it with every bone. And even then, not only are you charged, but you always have to be memorable. When we started, the majority of the investment community didn't care about manufacturing. They didn't even understand manufacturing. It was always very difficult to make them understand what it is that we do. In 2018, we were also top finalists in the S-Ban pitching competition, going for that big investment, like the companies you're about to hear here today. And I just knew I had to make this pitch memorable. So in order to make metal manufacturing understandable and memorable, I used a sandwich, the same sandwich behind me today. I used it to demonstrate that how silly would it be if you had to wait a week to get the price for a sandwich when you're hungry today. As a founder, you must always be ready to explain what you do, and more importantly, why you do it. And everyone always questions you. You can never let your guard down. It's your own fault you became a founder. Pitching is especially important when you're hiring. Not only has the founder be good at it, but those who are hiring as well. In fact, your whole branding has to tell a story of why on earth would somebody join you on your journey. You have to convince them that what you do is not only exciting, but making a real difference. It's they who will be the executors, they who will help you carry the torch. And now you have those people, the people you have chosen, the crème de la crème, and you're fighting together, and it feels good. Unless things are not going according to plan. When the COVID hit the Western world, we had just started fundraising, so it was timed perfectly. Perfectly timed exactly when every VC in the market closed their wallets to wait out the market. I tried and I tried to bring in the new investment, but our money was depleting. And I realized that I might fail these people. It was the most horrible I've ever felt. It really was. We had just a couple of €100 on the bank account and 30 people waiting for salaries in just a few days. And I was thinking to myself, it's your own fault you became a founder, figure it out. People expect you to know what's coming. When no one knows what to do or where to go, they turn to the founder. The founder will know. It's he who got us here, so it makes sense that he will get us to the next step as well. But more often than not, you have no idea what to do or where anyone should go. But the expectation is always high. You can feel the eyes on you even when they're not watching. When Russia attacked Ukraine, the industry reacted straight away. Everyone still remembered the beginning of the pandemic where some factories were forced to close down, causing a ripple effect of raw material shortages. We still remembered on how we were unable to fulfill some of our clients' orders because our suppliers didn't get the material. How should I know if it's going to be the same this time? How should I know when a software company should stack its own steel supply in order to avoid shortages? You don't know, but you have to know. It's your own fault you became a founder. Not only do you have to know everything, you must always have the time. You work in extremes. When no one else can do it, when no one else has the time, you will have to find the time. You don't have the luxury of no. Your team might still follow you and gift you their spare hours, but a good founder never demands it. When the unanswered email count is growing to 300 and you spend another weekend at the office instead of taking that getaway trip with your friends, when your supplier has messed up 400 kilograms of steel tubes and you borrow your co-founder's father's van and pick up the new batch yourself to deliver it to the customer in the morning, all in order not to disappoint one of your first customers. When you have spent 16 hours a day for 3 months trying to find a good investor and you honestly forgot what real life looked like, to a point where you still can't remember where you put your bicycle. So if anybody can find a black Dolan track bike with yellow bar tape, please let me know. It has sentimental value. I want to race on it in Finland. When you think you're finally done with fundraising and you take that first vacation in 5 years to Italy, only do I still end up managing the paperwork in your room and making your fiancé miss seeing the ruins of Pompeii. At the end of the day, you realize you're able to figure everything out. Will you see yourself somewhere else? No. You realize you chose to become a founder, and it's fucking awesome. Thank you.
Martin, thank you.
Hey.
So, we have one question.
Yep.
From Mark. It's a difficult one.
Okay.
What was your darkest moment?
I think it was the story in the middle where we truly didn't have, or we were running out of money. Our business is quite capital heavy in a sense that we take the orders from the customers and we pay the suppliers ourselves, and so we really pushed it to the limit in order to get basically the best terms in the market in everywhere, and we risked it, and for a second there I really was afraid, like honestly afraid.
But luckily everything turned out good.
It turned out well, yeah. Just before the payday we did receive some money from some new investors, and everything went on.
Awesome. There is also more questions.
Yep.
A bit happier ones. What's your absolute, emphasis on absolute, best or brightest moment?
Now that's a difficult one. I guess it really depends on where you are as a company, but in many ways I still think that the first month where we really got started, we basically started the company with joining the Startup Wise Guys Accelerator. So there we established so many things in the relationship between me and my co-founders that have still carried to this day and paved the way our team functions at the moment. And I think we, in a sense, got lucky, but I guess had some clairvoyance on how to avoid the most difficult things.
So why do you love to be a founder?
Because it really is hard, but you know, people climb mountains and people take on bike races that last 4,000 kilometers. Why do they do it? It's fucking hard, it's difficult, it doesn't make you feel good while you're on the bike or climbing that mountain, but the sense of accomplishment that is there in the end, or even in the middle in some cases, that's, I guess, what really drives.
Couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
And they're coming. How did you get the idea of starting Fractory?
I'm a mechanical engineer myself, so I worked in the industry roughly 5 years before starting Fractory, and I, as an engineer, I was also tasked with outsourcing manufacturing, and I was spending roughly 20-30% of my time on emails and phone calls, and it was really fucking stupid, so just wanted to change that.
And to end it, who is your biggest idol?
Yeah, I have none. I honestly, they keep asking me, and I still don't have an answer after all these years.
There is also another one. Is it a boy or a girl?
It's a boy.
You!
All right.
Thank you,
so
Martin.
much. Thank you.